Welcome back to another episode of Ben the Menace. Today I got a great guest. He's a funny guy. He's a nice guy. He's a loud guy. But more importantly, he's a hard worker.
I feel like you're just making shit up at this point.
Yeah. Who are you? Mike Kim. Mike Kim's here. Mike's the man. We've been talking about doing a podcast together for a long time. Mike's got his own podcast. Mike's doing clips on TikTok. He's fucking doing a bunch of shows everywhere. He lives with his parents. Mike's doing some good shit.
My dad died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
I pay rent by choice.
Let's cut that all out.
By choice. Yeah.
Good to have you here, man.
Thanks for having me here. Thanks for giving me the worst directions on earth.
Yeah, dude.
While it was raining, almost getting me killed. I
have a
appreciate
feeling.
it. Thank you.
I gave him the wrong. It's one of the worst rainstorms maybe in Los Angeles history.
It's pretty bad.
And I gave you the wrong address.
Yeah. And then I texted him,
which is part of the podcast. You didn't realize that's what I do on the podcast.
because you want somebody to talk about.
I wait for rainstorms and then give people bad directions intentionally. This is my goal is either this podcast does well or there's like a Netflix documentary about how I killed all my guests.
Yeah.
One or the other. That's my plan.
Yeah, and how you get away with it because it was actually the guest's fault for not driving good enough.
Hey man, just because I gave you, it's a human error to give you the wrong address. It's not my fault.
It is. And you guys want to know what's the most fucked up thing that he did? He gave me his number, so I could reach out to him in case I do get lost. And I did get lost. Mm-hmm. He didn't pick up the phone call. I called him 2-3 times. He had to get coffee because,
I asked you if you wanted coffee.
Yeah, and then I said I was lost. I texted him, I'm lost. And then he texted back, ha. And I never felt more infuriated in my life. I was like, who the fuck does that?
Well, honestly, I was like, how could he be lost? I thought you were joking.
Why would that be? Of all the jokes I could make, where's the punch for that?
Well, I like when you give someone a specific address, and I didn't realize I gave you the wrong address. So
it's specifically wrong.
Yeah. No. If I knew that I gave you the wrong address and you said that you were lost, I probably would have laughed on my own, but I wouldn't have texted you a laugh.
Yeah.
I would have laughed privately in my car.
And then what would you have?
That's my big joke that I gave you the wrong address.
But what would you have texted me after that?
Oh, I would have tried to help.
Yeah.
But I thought I gave you the right address, and then you're going, hey, I'm lost. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Ha.
And then you call me back, and then you're like, hey, like, where are you? And I said, I'm not, what's the right address? He's like, are you not at blah, blah, blah? And I was like, no, I'm at blah, 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 blah. 4 numbers. It was 5 numbers. Mm-hmm. The right one was 5 numbers. You missed a whole fucking number of a slot.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, wow. How did that happen?
Well, the crazy thing is, like, you weren't far away at all.
Fortunately.
You were 3 minutes away.
Thank God you gave me the right fucking street address. Otherwise, it would have been, the street name. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I gave you a completely incorrect address.
It was horrible.
And you were like literally a stone's throw away. You were so close.
Yeah, stone's throw if it was Hercules. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a mile and a half. Nobody can throw a stone a fucking mile and a half.
Well, that's not a literal term, right?
Yeah, but it's not. You almost got me T-boned. So.
We're off to a good start so far.
Yeah.
That is how you start a podcast. I mean, the best way to start a podcast...
Animosity.
No, is to talk about... like contention between the two people. Like, here's the beef that we have.
Race wars.
Here's what happened. Yes, here's what happened before the podcast. It's pissing me off. That's the best way. Coming in hot is the only way to do a podcast.
Hell yeah.
Because otherwise, we'd just be sitting at staring at each other.
Then it's whack.
Yeah.
Then it's like a borderline gay romance.
We were just talking about yes, exactly. Yeah. We were just talking about reality shows. It's like there needs to be some drama.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. For the fun. You need some tension so that people... What's going to happen next?
Yeah, so this is my podcast. I intentionally sabotaged Mike Kim. That was the point. That was my goal. I was trying to fuck your life up by booking you for this podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's also funny that like everybody wants to do each other's podcast just because you want exposure, you want to be out there. It is funny that like someone asks you to do it and then you're like, yeah, sure, here's a fake address, fuck you, as part of the booking.
Yeah,
that was not my intention at all.
You're like, drive 35 miles to me in the rain where you can't see, where your windshield wipers are barely working, and then get lost. Yes. I want you to. You know what bothers me is that, dude, you got to get rid of that fucking painting.
Yeah, we got it, Kelvin.
This thing.
All right, we're back. Kelvin's fucking fake painting fell down. Then he keeps on putting it back up just to add depth to the whatever. It's all fine. I'm still here with Mike Kim. He's still angry.
I'm fuming right now.
Yeah. I'm happy to have you on the podcast because I think we have a lot in common. Actually, you're looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, because you're very sarcastic, and I couldn't tell if you were gonna.
No, I'm being serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool,
I think we actually do.
I think we do too. I do.
Because we both have some experiences with sex addiction.
Whoa! Way to jump to fucking. Where's the warm up?
Honestly,
let's get honest. Let's get real. Let's
people
do
being laid and bad direct. I don't fucking care. Let's get into something real. How about that?
0 to 100.
Something actual. Yeah, I like trying to prove yourself through sex. I think we're both probably about the same age.
33.
Yeah. Same age.
Yeah.
And we're both working hard, but maybe there's like a little bit of insecurity about not being a little more successful at that age.
Of course.
Yes. I've been writing essays for Korean kids. So right now I'm writing, this is my topic sentence for the podcast. I'm trying to, so sex addiction, age, and then we need a third thing. What's the third thing we have in common?
I feel like you and I can be pretty straightforward.
Yeah, blunt.
Blunt.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's why I like you, because you'll like call. So the other day, Ben brought, or not Ben, but some other white guy brought some Wisconsin Danishes.
Oh yeah.
And I went up to Ben and I was like, dude, this is like amazing. I didn't know it was gonna be so good, because I thought it would just be bad. He's like, why? And I was like, because like white people, you hear like white people food is not good. and then I said, because I had a key lime pie recently, and then I thought it was like a boring Southern thing, and I ate it and it blew my mind. Yeah, because they say that about white people, and then Ben's like, maybe that's just you saying that.
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I've had a conversation with anybody about that. But it was good. I was wrong. I was very wrong. I was being judgmental.
That is funny. Yeah, I feel like I said something like, you're like, yeah, people say that about white people, and I'm like, who are those people? You?
But you were so quick to say it, and I was like, but that's why I like guys like you, because that's how I am too.
Yes.
So, but other people get bothered by that type of stuff.
Absolutely.
They take it as aggression. They
get butthurt.
They get butthurt, and then they're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They're like, be nicer, but then being nicer is fake.
That's
like real.
Yeah, it's just lying.
It's lying.
And it's my problem is like maybe it has something to do with the age, but like I'm just too fed. Like I don't have the editing system. I can't even figure out what to say half of the time. How can I figure out how to say it in a nice way?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That takes so much. If something comes to mind, I feel like you should just say it. And the best people appreciate the honesty. They do. Anyone who's that easily offended, that guy's a nightmare. That makes sense?
And dating girls like that.
Yeah, sure.
There's some girls I dated. They're like, what do you mean by that? Yeah. Like, what is that? Like, why'd you say that? I'm like, I don't know. I just said it. But like, why? Like, do you hate God? Like, why do you say that? And all I said was that I don't like going to the forest. So like, why do I hate God? Is this a real conversation about going to the forest? It's similar. The example is, I couldn't think of the actual example, but it was along those lines, and it just mind fucks you and it makes you doubt who you are. And then at that point, you're like, you know what, man, fuck it, because it's better to live authentically you than to keep self-editing to the point where you start walking on eggshells, even. Because it sucks. What kind of existence is? I don't want to die. Well, it's exhausting. Yeah, it's exhausting as fuck, dude. Yeah. So I mean, and I was thinking about it this morning before we get back to what you were gonna. No. This is good. But this morning when I was taking a shower, so I could get here on time, and I did, and you gave me the wrong address. But like, I was just thinking about how fortunate I feel to have found comedy and be around people who understand me, because we're all imperfect, but we show our imperfection and we're not trying to like hide it so much. Versus when
everybody's imperfect, just people hide it.
People hide it, and then they kind of like try to flex on you or try to like make it seem like they're better than you because of the insecurities, because they don't want people to find the imperfection. But stand-up's all about revealing that. So when I was in improv, I started to feel like, oh, finally I found some people. But improv isn't all about...
Did you start in improv?
Yeah. It's not all about showing all those, the darkness of who you are and the shit and the funk. So I felt good at first, and then I felt lonely because I felt like a black sheep. And then stand-up came, and then I'm like, yo, we're all fucked up. So like, you know, being around guys like you and other people made me feel like at home. And it felt like I wasn't actually understood or really living and founding my tribe until stand-up. So that's why I was like, thank fucking God. And I just felt super grateful for it this morning.
That's good. Yeah. I'm glad that you started your day with some gratitude before getting furious that I gave you the wrong directions.
Yeah, almost T-boned.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. Do you go out of your way to like be grateful? Do you like try to do that? Do you keep a gratitude journal, or do you do shit like that?
I used to journal every day and then start off with that. My planner would have like 3 things you're grateful for, and you sit there for like a minute or two, think about those things. And I haven't really done that because it would start to be forced, and I'd start looking for like random shit. Like I'm thankful for
this
like
table,
shoes, and just like
my mom,
air. Yeah. Well, I mean that's a good one.
No, but it's like, but
like trying to force shit, right?
If you do that every day, it doesn't. You don't mean it.
Yeah, and that's what it started to feel like. But then lately, it's just been naturally coming up here and there, and then you feel it more.
Yes.
Versus trying to force it. But sometimes you kind of gotta, kind of really have to look for it. Yeah, but other times, if you do it too much, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I just feel. I've been feeling more of it lately because I just kind of accepted that whatever this is that I'm doing right now with comedy, I don't know where this is gonna go, because I realize even though I've achieved a lot of things that I wouldn't have imagined when I first started, I'm still so far away from what we would all deem to be like true success in this
where
game.
You want to be, yeah.
And it kept fucking me up and making me feel bad about where I'm at.
Yeah. That's
I got so sick of it.
I lived there.
Yeah, that's why he's just always wearing sweaters and shit. But like, a guy that wears sweaters every day is a man that gave up.
Oh, totally. I've given up.
Yeah, because you're always wearing long sleeves because you have muscles, but you never wear t-shirts. You don't even show it.
Yeah,
why?
I get insecure about it. I posted.
Why are all the buff white people that I know in comedy hide their fucking muscles? Easton Gage, you know Easton Gage?
Yeah,
he's fucking jacked, and then he wears like an extra large t-shirt to hide his muscles. And when I slap his back, my hand hurts because it's made of steel. And you're the same way. Yeah, I remember. Do you remember me telling you that you have like big fucking like farmer hands for powerlifting?
Sure.
Yeah, but you hide.
I used to do Olympic weightlifting. I used to compete in Olympic weightlifting. Yeah. And I did rowing and cut like I've done a lot of like manual labor that didn't accomplish anything. I've done a lot of that lifting.
You're an athlete.
Yeah, I was a pretty good athlete.
Yeah.
Back in the day. That's falling apart though. You get slip discs and shit. But what I was gonna say is, yeah, dude, I tore my serratus. What's a
serratus?
It's like up here in your ribs.
Rib muscle.
I was trying to squat like a lot of weight in college, and it just tore.
Were you? It was behind the back.
Back squat, yeah.
Back squat.
Yeah. I took it out of the rack. Felt it tear. Luckily, I was able to set it back down on the rack. I was in bed for 2 days. Like I couldn't move without wincing. But that's beside the point. What I was gonna say is, I want to explain the muscle insecurity thing.
Sure.
I don't want to be Dane Cook.
What?
I don't want to be just a guy who's
Dane's not that.
He used to wear tiny t-shirts and try to show everybody how fit he was.
Like the MySpace days?
Yes.
Yeah, he did
stage.
do that. Yeah,
not anymore. I mean, he looks like a fucking whale carcass now. He looks awful now.
That's why he would do so many act outs so he could flex.
Yes. That's what I thought. I thought he was. Yeah, he's like, oh, do you need me to pick these boxes up? And he's just like doing this shit.
To get pussy.
He's trying to get pussy. Yeah, that's what it's. I don't want to be like, and that's an LA kind of comic who's like trying to get ass on stage.
Oh yeah.
Male model. I mean, you can think of. We don't have to name.
We're not gonna say the names.
We don't have to name too many names, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're
guys who open their set going like, "Yeah, I'm good looking," and it's like that's not funny. Don't start with that.
Yeah.
hey guys, I'm hot.
I go on so many dates, woman. What?
Yeah. So you know what's lame? Getting your dick sucked all the time.
Sex is boring because I have so much of it.
And they're like, isn't that relatable? And people are like, killing themselves in the audience. They're like, not only is this not relatable, you make me hate myself more. But the reason, part of the reason I want to cover up is like, I just want the jokes. Ideally, the jokes just do their job on their own. And I want as blank a slate as possible.
Damn.
That is my goal. So that's why I dress like a communist, because I want.
You dress like a North Korean that's trying to be like modern day based off of what he thinks American kids wear.
Yes, like a North Korean alien.
Yeah,
who's like, this is what regular humans with bank accounts do, right?
Well, you would be like the Hulk version of a North Korean. You would be.
Yeah. I got the same head shape.
Just white. Yeah, you have the head shape of the Hulk that was directed by Ang Lee. Where Eric Bana. You do have that. Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah, it was. That was a good movie.
Yes.
And also I posted I have one set that I did that looks really, really good, and I posted a bunch of little clips from it, and some of them did okay, and I got a lot of comments, so I'm getting a lot of feedback on these clips.
Yeah.
And in that clip, for whatever reason, I was wearing a tiny undershirt. It was really hot in the venue, and I went on stage wearing just the undershirt. So I went on wearing.
Was it like a tank top undershirt or a t-shirt?
Like the smallest shirt ever.
You're wearing a tank top.
It was no. It was like a shirt with sleeves, but it was a small shirt.
Oh, like a Hanes type of thing.
Yes, smallest shirt I've ever worn on stage.
Okay.
And a lot of the comments are like, dudes, what's up with this dude's fucking gay muscles?
I was thinking
that clip.
Let me see that.
It's not even that bad.
You look like a child.
Yeah, I do. It's a tiny shirt.
Yeah, you look way more of an adult wearing this. Yeah, don't go back to that.
Yeah. But I got a lot of comments. Don't put your phone away. Kelvin's showing us the whole clip.
I was judging you more and more the longer the hand was out there.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. More animosity.
I don't look at all the comments. You get a lot of comments. You don't want to like spend too much time looking at all of them because there's going to be a lot of negative shit.
Yeah.
I saw one comment where a girl was like, the joke, nice muscles. I never want that response. Not in a million years. That's
some guys would want that.
That's the exact opposite response. I want the other way. I want her to be like, his body, good joke. That's the ideal response.
That's a testament to all the years you put into the game. But also, the fact that you respond like that right now says that you love your girlfriend.
Yes.
Because if you weren't happy with your relationship, you would need that validation to feel like...
She's in Vietnam. She's going to be hard to find, this girl. It's going to be hard to get to her.
Does she have big teeth?
Big teeth.
A lot of Vietnamese girls have big teeth. I think so, yeah. They have nice big teeth.
I don't want to throw away my marriage for some big tooth bitch in Vietnam. I don't want to,
man. Yeah. She's not gonna laugh at your joke. She's gonna be like, "What do you say?"
Yeah.
Over and over.
I like a muscle.
Yeah. Well, that was like the face you made was very like.
That was so racist.
That was like 19 like.
I'm
50s,
trying to bring it back.
1950s Pearl Harbor Japanese propaganda.
I'm trying to bring
poster.
Yes,
that's what
I'm trying to bring.
I want to fuck a Ben Herwitz.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck?
I'm trying to bring back that, like, railroad racism from 1949.
Oh, the Chinese racism?
Yeah.
The whole, I've been working on the railroad.
You can do it. I shouldn't, but I just did.
I'm shitting on my own people to make this podcast better for your people.
I'm from San Francisco, man. I'm a surrogate Asian. I'm basically Asian.
You are, dude. Can I say this,
man? I grew up with a lot of Asians.
I gotta say this, man, because
I'm not an Asian, but I did grow up with Asians.
I have to say this because I can't focus right now. You know why I can't focus? You have beautiful eyes, dude.
That's very nice.
You do, yeah. Because at first I was like, what is this tension I feel in
Mike is
this like a borderline like gay?
Mike is so straight. He's one of these guys who's so straight and so masculine that he says the gayest shit you could possibly say. That's who you're one of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
You're one of those guys who's like, I got to cut the tension because there's so much masculine energy. I'm just going to be gay.
I have to, dude. And now I'm way more relaxed because I kept looking at his eyes and I was like, I'm getting distracted. So is it like, see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like guys need to be more honest about stuff like that because the more you suppress that, trying to be like, well, if it's gay, if I say that, then it makes you think you're kind of gay. Because of the tension you feel.
Yes.
But you don't know what the tension is. The tension is just tension. It's not like gay tension, but then it can be perceived as that. Because if you talk, dude, if you like, you get close enough to like guys where they feel comfortable to talk to you and you get vulnerable with them, you will get them to say certain things and admit dog, I thought I was like kind of gay for a little bit. like,
No,
like, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
Dude, I think it's an interesting point of view. I think it's a cool place to come from in a lot of ways. But this is a stereotype of a guy. You're full circle gay. You've come full circle or straight. So like
I'm gay.
So it's how like
full circle. Okay, my bad.
Like political party wise.
Sure.
Like neo-Nazis are technically liberals. It's like you come all the way around and it's like we're so open-minded that we hate everybody. That's kind of what your sexuality is like. You know what I mean? So you're so straight. You're like, I'm so fucking straight. I'm so straight that I actually might be gay.
That's funny.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's funny. I mean, I would play around with the idea before too, just because you have to think about it. Since I was like,
it's also very popular right now.
Yeah, so it kind of makes you feel cool to like be gay.
Dude, when I was in New York doing stand-up,
I would be so successful if I was gay and minority.
I heard 7 comics go on stage and be like, "I'm not gay, but like I fucked my male roommate, like, but I'm not gay."
Wait, really?
There's a lot of that, and I was just
no,
like,
that is gay.
No, yeah, but I heard so many male comics like straight passing or whatever you want to call them, like the straight seeming guys talking about their gay sexual experiences, and I'm like, is this where comedy? If this is where comedy's headed, maybe I'm quitting. Maybe I'm done.
Yeah,
it's and more power to you. Come out as be gay, be bisexual.
No, because Ben's not hating on the gay stuff.
It's
that
comedy.
Fact that for comedy wise,
comedy
because he loves comedy and but he's also in a straight white relationship, so he's like, fuck, is this the end of my life?
Yeah. No,
like,
we got to change it up. I'm like, hey Christina, could you transition to a man just to fucking spice this up and help my career? Could you do that?
Or just say identify as a man and then fuck her and say I'm gay.
Right. Yeah. That's great.
That's what you do. No, but here's the thing that like, look, there was a certain times. This is my first time saying it on the podcast, but like, there was times where I was so exhausted from the dating, and then there was some times where I wouldn't be able to like have sex, and I'm like, there's so much work, and I was like, dude, if I was gay, I'd be just banging ass like so hard, so easily, because I have gay friends who tell me they go on Grindr within like minutes they're fucking, and I'm like, maybe I just want to bust, and then I'm like, you know what, man, I stuck a pinky in my ass when I was hopped up on ecstasy when I was 18 because I was a virgin, and then I was like, damn, like I did 3 pumps and I was like, this kind of gay, and I got off, but I never forgot the tightness of my asshole, and I was like, if I fucked, and then I fucked my last girlfriend in the ass, and it was like a rubber band going up and down my dick because she didn't have the muscle in her ass, because men have muscle in the ass, and I remember, and I was like, if she had my asshole, I would bust so hard, and then I was like, what if I just fucked a dude in the ass? just to feel the tightness, but not for like I want beards and I want fucking like a dick in my mouth, but just for the ass, just for the ass power, and then the convenience of it. And then I was like, nah. But the laziness, and then the laziness of having to work to get pussy, and then just like the lack of enjoyment of fucking her ass made me so. You know what I'm talking about? That's where my brain went full circle. Like,
to be honest, Mike, I don't know what you're talking. I have no idea.
If I never stuck a pinky in my ass when I was tweaked out on ecstasy, I would never have those thoughts. You just gotta keep that down. Just keep it down. Keep that down.
We're done with the fucking painting. Just keep recording.
Keep recording. Fuck
we're
the
done
painting.
with it. Calvin.
Yeah.
When I do the solo one, I guess I'm like leaning forward more. But let's just not even worry about it. We're done with that. Man. It's happened twice in an episode. This is like a fucking disaster. We're headed down an interesting topic of conversation. This is interesting. So you're gay? No, I don't know.
Maybe shit. Who knows?
You're open to it. That's not a bad place to be.
I don't know.
But you're not actually gonna.
I don't like care. No, I don't like care.
So
I don't like care.
You're like, okay, what if maybe I am? You're not gonna go have gay sex. You're not going to go seek out gay. You know how easy it would be to go get gay sex? You're not going to do that.
I think if I was like actually like really gay, I would have fucked some ass by now.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, honestly, I would have.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Have you ever even seen gay sex?
Trans porn.
Oh, you've seen trans porn.
Well, because you go down that fucking, it's not enough. You go and then it's like, oh, it's like a girl, but then it's like, yeah, jack her off.
Yeah.
And then I was like, am I gay? And then it was like, no, but then I was doing research on this type of stuff, is like porn. That's the danger of porn too, of like you get desensitized by the shit that you watch. It has to get crazier, like midget porn and girls losing. I would look up girl without a leg, amputee porn, like grandma porn. And then I gotta like trans porn just to like, I needed something like crazier that I didn't see to be able to like get off. But like
that happens to people.
Yeah. But then like these professionals in this field, they talk about how like a lot of guys tend to
professionals in
like psychologists and all these like
in the field of porn.
No, like they do a lot of research in these areas because like they're, I don't know, it's what they do. And then you find out, and then they talk about how like there's a lot of straight guys who end up going towards like even like straight, like super like just straight gay porn too, because it's not enough. And then it makes them question their orientation. But then when they get away from the porn, then their brain heals, because porn actually does damage your brain.
Absolutely.
And I was talking to a neuroscientist who was on my podcast, and
that's cool.
She talks a lot about the dangers of porn. And
you
how
like a porn neuroscientist on your podcast?
Yeah, she's like a legitimate neurologist, neurologist, whatever.
Yeah, she's a neuroscientist.
Yeah. And then and then it made me think like,
how did you find her?
I saw her stuff on YouTube because I was looking into like, because I was trying to quit porn, and I did quit porn. I haven't watched porn in fucking 6-8 months, something like that, and my brain healed. Let me give you an example. I was watching so much granny porn at one point that I'll be at a grocery store in line, and there's like a fucking like 75-year-old white lady with like hair like yours but gray, and just fucking just like slowly with her decrepit hands like putting fucking like just fucking like vegetables and spinach and shit just slowly, and I'm like imagining it's my dick, and and I'm just imagining her going like oh, you know, like old grandma moaning.
Sure.
That's how it got fucked up, dude. Then I started noticing every old lady as like something to potentially fuck, and then I stopped watching that porn, and now I just see them as sweet old ladies, just like regular old ladies.
Well, now you see them as people.
Just people, and same with women. I used to just look at them as just meat bags because I watched so much porn.
Yeah, sure.
And I couldn't talk to a girl without thinking of just how do I get laid, versus like talking to her as a human being.
Yeah.
You know?
No, porn doesn't help anything.
Yeah. So like my brain has healed from porn after almost a year of not watching it, and I'm way better, and now I don't think about fucking my own asshole.
That's good. Based on talking to you for however long this has been, if you had told me at the beginning that you had a neuroscientist on your podcast, I would have guessed it was a porn neuroscientist.
Really?
That would have been like, oh, what do they What do they study? Probably like gay porn.
What turns men gay? Porn.
No, but porn is. I agree with you 100%. Porn is fucked. It's not good for your brain, and it's nice to have that validated by a professional who studies that. What do you remember any specifics, like what she said about what it actually physically does to your brain?
This is gonna be very like not
what
specific,
you remember,
but I remember like extreme layman's paraphrasing, but it affects the part of I think it's like your hippocampus or something where it's about control.
Yeah.
Where you have self-control and discipline. It like makes it smaller or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it does that mixed with like alcohol does the same thing too.
Sure, any addictive behavior.
But it actually like they would do scans on the brain, and it affects the brain physically. Physically affects the brain. And once I started, and then I asked her too, because I used to feel really guilty after masturbating. Like I'd feel like shame and not good. And I'm like, why do I feel like this almost every time? And I brought it up to her, and she said, well, it's because also like orgasming is pair bonding. So we're meant to pair bond with a human, right? So we're meant to fuck. She wasn't saying
make
don't
a
fuck.
child. You're supposed to have fucking kid.
Exactly. Reproduce. You're to have sex and to have a connection thing. So you're essentially pair bonding with yourself when you masturbate, and then so you create like an open loop that goes into like the infinite nowhere.
Yeah.
And then you get kind of fucked up from that. But other guys would not agree with me, and I felt so unheard and lonely on that thought until I talked to her and I brought it up, and she validated it. She's like, oh no, this is why, this is that. And I almost started crying because I was like, thank you. And it wasn't like a thing that I need people to understand, but it's like you feel so alone when everybody's like, oh no, it's not a thing. Like porn and masturbation is fine.
No, you should have talked to me, man. That's exactly how I feel. It's horrible for you. When I used to masturbate, I'm not in a great place psychologically right now, but when I used to masturbate to porn every night, it's like I was, compared to now where I don't do that at all, it's like I was fucking schizophrenic. Like my brain was a mess.
Yeah.
I was so anxious. I had no idea what was going on. You're just like walking up to women going, hey, and then running away. You're just like, you
get shyer.
Yeah, you're so shy.
Yeah.
Because you're not comfortable. And your the neural pathways, I bet that she would support this, are geared towards easy validation, easy rewards.
Yeah, 100%.
Just like any sort of addiction where you're like, I don't have to go out and actually impress a woman or be charming. I can just go home and watch the biggest tits I've ever seen in my life, and my brain thinks I'm having a kid with that fucking nutbag of a woman.
Yes.
You're training your brain to think that it's creating children all the time when you're just at home alone, looking at your computer. Which is not a good habit to get into. And now, like, how long has it been since you watched porn?
Well, earlier I said maybe 6 to 8 months, but honestly, I think it might be at least 8 to a year now.
Do you ever like maybe accidentally see something, or do you like watch a tiny bit? Like,
oh, you know what I did a few days ago?
Yeah.
I was like really lonely because that's the only time I want to like masturbate, when I feel bad about myself, right?
Yeah,
it's self-soothing. That's what masturbation is that we were talking about. It's a self-soothing mechanism.
If that was the case, I would want to masturbate right now. I feel horrible about myself right now.
Yeah, and this is how I know I'm straight, because when I thought of the image for a second, I wanted to vomit.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah, and
exactly.
I saw a lot of
Stop
crusty.
pretending you're gay, dude. If I masturbated, if I started masturbating right now, you would leave. You'd get the fuck out of here.
I know, right?
You wouldn't be like, oh, interesting. You'd be like, what are you doing?
I'm not pretending I'm gay. I'm just revealing honest truths.
Well, yeah, but I don't think it's that honest. I don't think you're gay. I think you're like open to that, which is interesting, but you're not even remotely gay.
No, I mean, like, I thought about that, and then I was like, nah, it's just because the thought of orgasming is hot in itself. So then your brain thinks like, okay, maybe I could bust a nut and just like, because I like to dominate. I love domination.
I could have guessed
like
that.
Dominate.
Yeah.
Could you tell?
Yeah.
How could you tell?
What do you mean? How could I? You're not like you know who doesn't like to dominate? Kelvin. Kelvin's how many words has he said to you today?
You've gotten pegged, huh?
Yeah.
Have you gotten pegged?
Kelvin said like 5 words to you today. He's a nice guy, but he's a little shy.
Kelvin. He's a
meek
cool guy.
He's as Jesus said, the meek will inherit the earth. Kelvin would inherit the earth. Kelvin,
and he's gonna get our heads chopped off.
Yeah. But so he's not. Kelvin's probably not dominating unless he's like hiding an aspect of his personality from us. You're a dominant guy, if I had to guess. Masculine
in bed.
Testosterone is probably pretty high. That's my guess.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. I need to get it checked. I don't know.
I would guess it's not low. I would guess you don't have a severe testosterone problem.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. Keep going. You want to dominate.
Yeah, so then the thought of domination in itself, because I felt so small when I was younger. I was
physically
weak,
small?
Physically weak, physically small. People bullied me. I couldn't speak out all the way through high school.
Black
everything.
people? Was it black people?
And white people. It's your fault. it's your fault too.
We know we're the kings of bullying.
Yeah. If we met 10 years ago, I would have spited you. Yeah, and taken out and projected. But yeah, like that I realized is what also turned me on, because I felt like it's like making up for the past, and also I don't know. I think it's like an inherent. I don't know if I'm saying inherent man thing, but it's like dominating, conquest. But
and I get it. I'm kind of like that too. You want to win.
You want to win. You want to like take. So then the only time I would ever like even play around with the idea of like fucking some dude in the ass was just purely like prison. Like prison thought of like, I will fucking take your soul. I'm gonna own you. That was the only time that I played around with that idea. Like really, for like, or like a trans girl, I'd be like, yeah, I take your soul.
It's the same idea as like.
Did I tell you? I haven't told you what I said. I love choking girls in bed. I choked the girls at the consensually. I do that too. They love when I
choke my wife consensually.
Yeah, and he grabs her hand and spins her in a circle, and she goes, yeah. yeah. But then there was this one girl that I hooked up with in the East Coast, and then I just slowly started escalating it, and then talking like dirty, just like I was like, typical entryways. You like this dick? You like this dick?
Yeah,
she's like,
sure.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. And I started choking harder, and she's like, and like liking it, and I go, yeah, you're gonna, is this pussy mine, huh? Is this pussy mine? Conquest, right? She's like, yeah, this pussy's yours. And I go like, then I took it, this came out involuntarily. I said, are you gonna give me all your shit and everything you own?
Whoa.
I said that, and then she's like, yeah. take my shit. And that got me so hard and horny.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
I started like, my eyes almost popped out of my skull, and I was
Yeah.
like, choked her harder, and her eyes rolling back, and I'm just my dick got harder.
And she's dead now.
She died.
Yeah.
She died.
And you took her stuff.
But she's Buddhist, so she's gonna come back.
Yeah, good.
I don't think we should go to prison for killing a Buddhist, because they're always gonna come back.
That's valid. Honestly, and we
Yeah.
also shouldn't go to prison for choking during sex. That should be fine.
Yeah.
They wanted it.
They wanted it. Never sounds consensual.
Yeah, no, that's my attitude.
So you have to preface it with, it was consensual and they wanted it.
Anything I've ever done to a woman, they wanted it. That's my attitude.
Yeah, but that's why I think when I was watching, like, you know, the all those crazy porns, grandma, amputee, even trans porn,
Good, we're coming back.
was just like conquest, imagining myself just like taking shit.
You want control.
Yeah, and then when I stopped watching porn, like, I didn't really, it's not like that. Like, at the way I feel now, I almost feel like I have low testosterone because I don't feel this incessant need to fuck. But I know it's not, because I'm getting stronger, you know, like, because
your testosterone's probably fine, above normal, whatever. You're just not you're like obsessing over like beating the shit out of women anymore. Sexually.
Yeah, sexually.
And consensually.
Beating the pussy up.
Yes. Yeah, you're not obsessing over like destroying a woman's vagina.
For validation.
I used to do that too. I used to obsess over it. I used to do it all the time. It was a compulsion.
You would cover their mouth and their nose with your big hand so they can't breathe, right?
Choke.
Yeah.
Just fucking like pummel, like fucking ruin, like have sex with a prostitute. Have sex with a prostitute, and the prostitute is like, whoa, it's a prostitute, and she's going like, you got it. This is crazy.
Yeah.
That woman. These are the most deranged people on the face of the planet.
Vegas prostitutes, right?
Yeah, and they're like,
with the tattoos on their arms. Those are the ones you get. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I used to do it all. Did you ever see prostitutes? It's a waste of money.
Was that a bit, or have you actually done?
Oh, I've seen prostitutes.
No, I mean, have you been with a prostitute?
Yeah.
Like I was gonna say laundromat, but the massage.
I did
the massage ones.
Yeah, I did it.
I have a lot of friends that do that. Like, a lot of guys.
It was a compulsion.
Have done. Yeah.
It was like I just couldn't have. I wanted to get off, and sex was the only way I was really doing it. And I was having sex with lay people constantly, and a fucking
lay. What's a lay people?
Regular people. You know, you said layman's terms before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to have sex every second. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and you get a little bit of money, and you're just like, I shouldn't do this. Well, I'm doing it, you know. And
yeah, but then you're at Chipotle saying no extra guac, no guac.
Yeah,
no guac.
yeah. Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm like stealing from Vons, but I just had sex with a prostitute.
Did you ever do a raw?
Yeah, I got.
Whoa, they let you do a raw?
Okay, this isn't really even a story, but this is a raw sex thing. I'll just tell you 2 seconds of it. I remember I met a prostitute it was in Northern California. We were up in Santa Rosa, which is like a rough area. It's a lot of meth addicts, like with shopping carts, and they're nowhere near a shopping center.
And one tooth.
Yeah, one tooth.
One tooth, yeah.
This is what, back when Backpages was up, they took it down, and it's all bots now. I don't even know what
Are
the
we
fuck
saying
it is.
Craigslist?
What's
Backpages?
Backpages, Backpages used to be like page 6
Escort?
of the newspaper used to have like the final pages where you could like find a prostitute. You could like circle a phone number.
Okay.
There was a website version of that like 10 years ago. So I looked up Backpages. You found like a $40 prostitute, some fucking horrifying woman, but she's just cheap. And I remember I picked her up at a 7-Eleven. And she's like, I don't have any money. You know, it's like, like the saddest woman. It really was. It was like one of the most depressing things. About my life. She's like, help me. I don't have anything. And I'm just like, what am I doing with my life? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Fuck.
I'm just like, not only should I not pay this woman, I should fucking kill myself. What am I doing? I'm picking her up in like my 1993 Volvo that barely drives. You know, it's like a boat. Yeah. So I drove. So I gave her enough money for the $40 of sex, which was enough money to pay for a night at a motel. So she goes to the motel and she's like, I owe you, you know, like,
wow.
Yeah. She's like, you saved my life, you know, like really,
damn, dude.
like this woman. I should have just given her like $100 and just been like, go, you know, like try to survive another couple days.
You had to fuck her though.
So we went into her motel room. She bathed. Thank God.
Okay.
I'm glad she cleaned herself.
Yeah.
And she blew me raw twice.
Was it good though?
It was like...
Or just like a blow?
No. The thing is part of what gets you off about that whole experience is like how wrong it is.
Danger.
Yeah. It's the most, like, I could get arrested. She could kill me. She might have AIDS. Like those thoughts are going through my head. Oh, I might die. AIDS, you know? And that's getting me off more.
You get so hornier, right? Yeah.
I came thinking about AIDS.
Yeah. That was me too a lot with the girls, yeah.
Just like, how far can I push this?
Yeah.
And that's pretty far.
Yeah.
Or like trying to have sex, like, I feel like you might have been into this, and it's crazy to admit, especially in the Me Too era. But I was into like pickup, like trying to pick up women.
Yeah, I used to pick up.
You used to like watch some videos, and they're like, "This is how you do it."
Well, I like to call it approaching because just to clarify for people that are,
what were there, RSD or whatever?
RSD, simple pickup, all that stuff.
I used to watch that shit.
But like the reason why I got into it was because
this is great. I can't talk about this honestly with most people.
Yeah, well, because they
don't even know what it is.
Yeah, they don't know what it is.
Kelvin's too young to know what it is, probably. Oh, you watched it? You watched it? Simple pickup. Do you watch RSD Nation or whatever the fuck it was?
Yeah, Real Social Dynamics, all those guys. But like, look, the reason
guy dressed up like a magician. You watch that shit?
Mystery.
Yeah,
the pickup artist. Yeah. All that stuff. I read The Game. All that stuff.
I read The Game.
All those stuff.
Game
right?
is a good book.
Yeah, but also the guy's like miserable, and he does a lot of tactics that I don't agree with. Not Neil Strauss. You mean
Mystery's miserable?
Mystery.
Yeah.
Neil Strauss. What is it called? He cut off that past. He regrets that. Now he's all about relationship love.
Interesting.
This whole fucking thing we don't need to get into. But I got into that of approaching women.
Yeah.
Quote unquote pickup because no girls were coming up to me at all.
Right.
Like we go to parties, all my friends got hit on and got laid except me constantly. And like I had no self-esteem. I was too shy. And I'm like, then I see these guys who are like Asian and Indian dude just spitting game and getting numbers and saying like StarCraft lines. And I was like, you can do that? And it inspired me to be like,
dude, you're inspiring me right now.
You know what? Leave your wife. Let's go out into the rain and spit some game to some strange middle-aged divorcees.
You have no idea how much I identify. Like I used to do the same thing. So keep going.
Yeah. So then, but like it's so demonized as just to degrade women and it's toxic and just to take advantage. No, I was just trying to get comfortable talking to women and also connect and lose my virginity because I thought I was gonna be a 40, 50-year-old virgin at that rate, you know? But then
you're building self-esteem.
I'm building self-esteem by talking and realizing rejection is not the worst thing.
Yes.
And it was so hard. I was sweating.
It gets you ready for stand-up too.
Actually, that's what I tell people. Here's what a lot of people don't know is pickup got me prepared for stand-up.
Yes.
Because I realized the biggest fear that men have, no matter how successful you are financially or anything, is women. Yeah. We are all deep inside rejection from a woman that we really, really like. Yes. We're afraid of that more than anything. No matter, I don't care who the fuck you are. Right? So then that taught me, I got rejected so many times, just having conversations, you know, I'd like walk off if they go like, no. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm not trying to like fucking take advantage of them and stuff. But it made me get more comfortable. I
would never take no for an understanding.
Yeah. So I would walk up to every girl that was remotely attractive just to train myself to talk, conversation, regular conversation. And then one day I was like, you know what? I gotta fucking shoot. I got onto a shuttle bus at the college. And there was this girl that looked cute. I barely made it on time. I ran in. It was like a movie. And I was like out of breath. And I was like, and I turned around. I'm like, did you see me almost miss the bus? Did you see me running? She's like, yeah. And she was like super into it. She's like, yeah. So I was like, I should talk to her. So then we're talking and then we get dropped off. And I'm like, I thought a simple pickup and how they say like crazy like StarCraft lines. So I was like, okay, I got to shoot my shot and I risked the slap just to see what could happen, right? Because I had to see. So we're about to go separate ways and I go, hey. She's like, yeah. And then I go, I don't recommend doing this now, but I said, I want to stick my wand in your chamber of secrets. And she gets silent.
That's still fine.
And tilts her head slightly to the side and goes like a dog, like, you know, like a dog, like that. And then she goes, and I'm preparing to get slapped. And she's like, oh my God, I love Harry Potter. And I was like, you do? I was like, which one's your favorite? She's like, Chamber of Secrets. I was like, oh no, Goblet of Fire. And I was like, me too. That's the fourth. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, shit, well, we should hang out sometime. And like, I would like to get to know you. She's like, sure. And I got a number and we dated for a couple months.
Yeah.
because of Harry Potter.
Kelvin loves this shit.
Yeah. And some people could hear this and go like, that was fucked up what you said. But I was like, I had to shoot my shot. And it wasn't like, I want to say that now, but I was fucking around in like Chamber of Secrets, a wand. It wasn't like, I'm going to fuck you, silly.
Yeah.
Right? And there's one girl at the DMV, like my friend was like, hey, Mike can talk to any girl. And then the other friend's like, no way. And I didn't like that he said no way. So I had to do it. And I didn't want to.
Yeah.
But she was cute. So then she's in her car and I'm like, God, this looks so fucking like, she's in her car. This is not comfortable for a woman. But I was like, well, I'm getting watched, so I have to fucking. So I go up to the car and I go, hi. She cracks it open like 2 inches.
Yeah.
She's already ready to leave. It's the DMV. Fuck the DMV, right? She's like, can I help you? And then I go, just out of nowhere, do you think Asians don't belong at the DMV? And she goes, she's thinking about it, and she's like, I think there's bad drivers of all ethnicities. And when she said that, I was like, okay, so then she's down to talk, because a girl that has no interest and thinks I'm a creep would be like, what the fuck? But she thought about it. She gave me an answer to not offend me. So I was like, so I talked to her for like 5 to 7 minutes and I got a number, and then we went on a date to go hiking that following Saturday, like 4 or 5 days later. But like things like that though, that's like the impulsivity, but also like we think we're not supposed to, there's like rules of society that we have to abide by, and there's no way you can say hi because then you're automatically creep. I thought I'd get slapped in the face anytime I would say hi, and I didn't get slapped, not once, and that made me realize, no, there's more beauty in life if you put yourself out there and you just try, like people, you can connect with a complete stranger, like anything. So that getting over that fear of women led me years later to being able to do stand-up, because if I can, I thought before my first open mic, if I can talk to girls, and I got over like my biggest fear in my life, and if I could do that, then I got to try stand-up.
Yes.
And that's why I'm here right now.
No, that's funny. I had almost the exact same thing happen. See, that's what I noticed. There is a similarity in like disposition and background. I was insecure, shy in high school.
You were skinny back then, huh?
Yeah, I was in high school.
You had like skinny, but like Spider-Man sinew muscles.
Yeah.
I could see that, but like the big head too, right?
Yeah.
I had the big head.
Skinny with the big head.
I had, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I was fine. Like, if somebody had asked, like, oh, is Ben shy, or is Ben hanging out with everybody? They'd be like, oh yeah, he hangs out with the guys who play basketball. I wasn't even really doing anything. I was just kind of on my own. But the point is, I got into pickup in like my early 20s, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me in a lot of ways, because it builds confidence. You kind of become fearless and you take risks. And there's similarities to stand up, like not being apprehensive about going up to any woman. You're not going to be worried about saying some joke that people don't like, or about having a rough set or any of that stuff. A lot of the pitfalls just go away.
True.
And it's fucking stand up is fun, but successfully picking up women might be more fun. Especially when I was younger. I probably wouldn't feel as good about it now. I'd be like a creep now.
The adrenaline and the exhilaration of being like,
that was impossible. How the fuck did I do that?
Yeah, because you go through this whole fucking roller coaster of emotions. Like even before you approach her, like there's no way. Like, oh my God, I look like a creep. She's too pretty for me. What am I doing? Blah. You start talking. Oh wow, she's talking to me, but like, why is she still talking to me? Does she like my teeth? Is my fucking, like this and that, you know? And then you just keep going, and then it's so you're playing. You're having like football plays in the back of your head while you're talking, trying to look confident. And then you're like, when do I ask the number? Should I ask it now? No, if I ask it right now, then it's like too early. Should I wait until we connect on 2 more things? Because we connected on like 3 things.
All those rules,
right? Just all these things, and then you're just like, fuck, be present.
Yeah.
And then you're like, whatever happens, happens. And I think that's kind of like stand up too.
100%.
You try to prepare for it as much as you can. You try to be as present as much as you can. But at the end of the day, it's just you and the audience, and whatever happens, happens. And you roll with the punches, whatever it is.
No, honestly, a lot of that stuff, it sounds just like douchebag, date rape guys.
Masochistic bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, here's guys.
Misogynistic bullshit,
like, have you seen Magnolia, the movie with?
Oh, dude, that's an old movie, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's been a while. I don't remember it.
Tom Cruise is a dating coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he basically is like one of those guys, like an RSD guy.
Yeah.
And when you think about those kind of guys, you think of a guy going like, "Here's how you rape a woman's face. Go grab her." It's like it's not that. It's like you're just building the confidence to be able to go take a risk. And actually, from a lot of those people, like a lot of those videos that I used to watch when I was like 20, I learned about meditation. I learned about stuff that's actually like gratitude journaling, things that are like just like purely beneficial and has nothing to do with intercourse,
self-improvement stuff,
it's
right?
kind of
Because that's what it's about. It's about self-improvement. And also like the reason why some women get angry at men for like, oh, why would you do that? Who's the one that has to approach? Who's the one that has to ask for the number? Who's the one that has to put themselves on the line to risk getting rejected or looking like a creep?
Yeah.
We have to, otherwise it wouldn't happen. Like women aren't really going out. Most women, 99%, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna stand by that fact, aren't going out there risking rejection. And I've asked so many women, when was the last time you actually approached? They're like, none. So when they like get mad about, I didn't ask them, have you? They're like, no. I'm like, because you don't have to.
Yeah.
We have to. Otherwise we're gonna be alone forever. So we have to face ourselves and just constantly face the life of a man. And this is why I like the whole like us versus them mentality right now with men and women. Is like, I get why there's a pushback from the masculine, the manosphere and stuff, because we kind of have to, because we're being shit on so bad of like, without us risking, I don't want to say risking our lives, but like risking our risking period, we will not be able to achieve shit in life, whether with romance, dating, fucking career, anything. We have to put our lives kind of on the line in like a figurative term, sometimes literally, to also find out what we're made of. Like that's why we like to go to like war, like for jiu-jitsu, MMA, or some other things. Like I know you were an athlete,
Joe Rogan,
like Rogan, and then we lose our hair, like things like that, right? But
totally.
But that's a thing where we could get fucking exiled for even talking like this, which is like,
no, it's crazy, and that's gonna. I think that's
like
away.
a whole other thing. I know.
Yeah, but I don't know what people are doing now. Like I don't know what men are doing. Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't done that.
They walk up to a woman and go, "I think I'm gay."
That's what I do.
Yeah,
I think I'm gay.
Funny because you're not gay.
I think I'll try that next time. I'll just walk up to a girl. That's the safest thing I can say. Like, hey, I think I'm gay, and you're like, let's talk about it. And what if we have the most purest conversation in the world, and we find out, wow, we really like connect?
Then you end up fucking her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, how did you meet? Oh, he told me he thought he was gay. Wow.
The other thing about pickup that I loved so much was, tell me if you identify with this.
Sure.
I didn't really like my friends that much. Like I was just bored.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, let's go out to the bar. And then we just all sit. All
stare.
10 of us, and we're just talking to each other. I'm like, we could have done this at home and saved a bunch of money. Why the fuck am I here? I got stuff to do. Like it was in college. I'm like, I have homework to do. I got to get up. Or I could be doing a catering gig and making some money. Why the fuck are we here? And then when I found pickup, I was like, okay, we're going to the bar? Well, I'm going to go have sex. And you guys all sit around in a fucking circle like
making excuses.
Bunch of dweebs.
Making it always holding the alcohol and then being like, hey, what do you think about her? I mean, she's like cute, but her bell bottoms are always. That's this formula of approach anxiety, of being too afraid of living life.
Yes.
And being afraid of rejection is, I'm attracted to her. I feel that attraction. I want to talk to her. Bring it up to a friend. What do you think about her? Do you think she's attractive? If you do, okay, but I'm still afraid to approach. So I'm going to make him an excuse. And then is he going to agree with me? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, her bell bottoms look funny. Yeah, I don't need to approach her. But it's all bullshit, fabricated shit. Yeah. And then so everybody's like jerking each other off and like validating their validating their fear, like why it's okay, justifying the fear, right?
Well, who wants to start the inertia of something like hard or where you could get rejected? It's so much more comfortable to not move. So they're like, any excuse not to start moving. I'm just not gonna do it. And once you get in the habit of doing it, I remember I think I picked up a woman at Piggly Wiggly with my mom.
What is that, a fast food place?
It was a grocery store in Yeah, we were
Is that in the South?
in the South.
Okay,
Yeah.
it sounds like the South.
Yeah, we were at a grocery store. She was like visiting me. I was living in Nashville. She came down to visit me, and we're like buying, fucking, laundry detergent. And then I'm with an Italian woman. It's more fun. What's more fun, fucking an Italian woman or buying laundry detergent? I think fucking an Italian.
Doing both is even better because it's productive and
Yeah, I actually
Success.
love to bathe Italian women in laundry detergent. I don't do that.
is that
pour it over their head?
is that how you embalm them? You killed. Wow.
Yeah, it's I've actually been looking into human compost, and that's how you do it now.
Oh, that's why you have a bunch of pyramid photos in your lock screen.
Well, what's this?
Have we not been recording this whole time?
It's recording, but
Oh.
is that an internal memory? I thought you put it in.
Is there something in there?
Yeah, it's recording. It's saying it's recording. Look.
I'm curious if that
This is there one in there?
Oh no, there's a card. Yeah.
Thank
We're
God.
good.
It's just an extra card. I don't
I was
know.
like, damn, nobody's gonna know I'm gay now.
Yeah, Kelvin scares the shit out of me. We've had so many things, and I should have checked. Obviously, we both should have checked.
No, I knew it was good too because I had the same system. So
Okay,
if
good.
if it doesn't have it, then it would say it wouldn't even like fucking turn red.
We've done. I mean, you know the drill. We've done full podcasts where he's like, oh wait.
Yeah.
We're an hour and a half in, and he's like, I don't think that worked. And I'm like, we can't do
and
it.
it kills the momentum, and you're like,
Kills
oh,
the
well.
momentum. We have to like wait a week. I don't even want to look at him for like a week after that.
Hey, but you know what? This didn't kill the momentum because I stay fucking consistent. I got that grip, boy.
Yeah.
That's called tenacity. You know why? Because of pickup. No, but pickup teaches.
Pickup's good, man. I miss it.
Here's the parallel.
I miss going out to bars and people being like, dude, you talk to every woman here. And I'm like, what are you like? We're just out. We're just having a good time.
But inside you're like, hell yeah.
No,
but,
like-
but you act- yeah. What are you talking about? But inside you're like, I know.
No, I'm like, I got 15 phone numbers. I'm about to go over to a woman's house who's like is a heroin addict. No, I mean, like just
And she's like, come in, bro.
yeah, exactly. The reward, the benefit of pickup is fucking women who are like gonna die in a couple, like the woman from 7-Eleven who
Oh,
smell.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I was just, I was an addict. What actually the downside of the pickup for me was that it started a sex addiction. Because I was addicted,
and like a compulsion to need to talk to every. Yeah, that was the problem.
I got addicted to picking up women.
Yeah.
And then you start having a lot of sex, and I got addicted to all the sex. And then before I knew it, I was like picking up, having sex, seeing. I was like, if I'm wasting money and time, and I'm just constantly having sex.
Losing your soul.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And being able to apply a little bit of that work ethic and discipline to stand up is very helpful.
Yeah, I mean, it all ties in together. The whole, you have to, when you talk to a girl too, you have to conjure up this energy and this like full level presence to, like, you're not gonna just have it. You have to like you have to fight to like be here, be like super fucking charismatic and be the best version of yourself in this interaction while still being cool. At the same time, that's stand up as well.
Yes,
that's what I learned. You know, because like,
no, that's 100%.
The way you open it, you do an open mic. That's how I. Before, it's like easy to be like, oh no, but there's nobody here. It's just comics. No, you practice doing that same thing, that same energy of just like, I'm fucking here. Boom, feel my energy. I'm gonna bring you to my. That's what they say. I'll bring you into my reality. That's the pickup thing. Same. That's how I would approach the stand up. I'm gonna bring you into my reality with my energy, even if I'm not all loud. I'm gonna exude my Dragon Ball Z fucking Goku energy, like, woo, and so you're gonna feel, because they're like, oh my god, his power level's over 9,000, like that. Like that's how I would approach.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of lessons to be had in our journey, and it's funny because it's like you have to have a lot of sex to realize you don't really want all that sex. You have to go through that.
Yes.
Right.
And then even later you go, wait, I think I do want that sex.
Right. Like good sex, but like
no, but you learn that there's a lot of fruitless stuff going on out there.
Yeah.
You can waste your time with that sort of. What it does do is establish like a work ethic, a discipline that can be applied to anything. Mm-hmm. And applying all of your work to sex is not the best way to do it.
No,
that's what you learn.
Yeah,
to me that's my 30s. My 20s was just I was just like, I want to work hard for pussy.
Same.
And now in my 30s, I'm just like, why was I working so hard for pussy?
Yeah.
I should have been working hard at everything else. What the fuck was I doing?
Fucking 10 plus years of just pussy.
No money, no
Nothing.
accomplishments.
A lot of guilt. A lot of like, why am I spending fucking $14 when I make no money?
I dropped
on
out of
this date?
grad school because I was just having sex all the time. Like, it was just, what the fuck am I doing? But it was fun. I wrote my psychology thesis on strip clubs in Chicago because I was just trying to have sex with everybody.
What happened with that thesis?
I finished it. It was my master's thesis.
So you have your master's?
I have a master's, but I should have kept going for a PhD. Like that was the idea was a PhD.
So the PhD would have taken
my soul
next level?
and
your soul.
Yeah, well, I could then be a professional. I could be a
Dude,
professor.
do you know how much better it would have been for your stand-up career if you were Dr. Herwitz?
It wouldn't hurt.
Do you know how crazy that would be?
It wouldn't hurt.
A psychologist,
But I threw it all away.
for pussy.
Yes, I took an ethnography class. I was feeling lazy, and that's where people like go to New Guinea and live with tribes people and stuff. You know, that's an
In the
ethnography.
field,
Yeah, field
yeah.
research. Yeah. Field anthropology. That's usually what it is. But people were doing urban ethnographies in this class, and I was like, "Can I go to a strip club?" And my professor was a fucking he was just a scumbag.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, let's go to the fucking strip club." He loved it.
Wow.
So I ended up writing like a third of my thesis in this class, and I just wanted to get out of there, the university. So I did my whole graduate thesis on highly educated strippers in Chicago. That was the goal.
Wow.
It was an ethnographic case study on highly educated strippers. So I was interviewing. Basically, what that is, I was interviewing women who were lying about being in grad school. That was the thesis.
Oh.
Because not everyone's telling the truth, but some of them were in nursing school, some of them were in law school, some of
To
them
pay for the...
Yeah,
Okay.
they were stripping to pay for school.
Wow.
That was the whole thesis. That was what I wrote.
See,
on.
I can respect that.
I didn't mind it at all.
Yeah.
And I had sex with a handful of them, which is not legal. You're not supposed to interview a woman and then have sex with her.
Damn, you were a fucking...
I couldn't stop.
Yeah, you really were a fuck addict, man.
Yeah.
That's some next level shit.
I was hanging out at strip clubs and telling women I was doing research. Can you think of anything creepier than that? They're like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm like, "I'm doing a study," and they're like, "What the?" A lot of
Did
them
you
would be
have
like,
the same mustache back then too?
Yes.
That's extra creepy.
Really creepy.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
A lot of women were like, "Get away from me." That actually happened a lot. And from pickup, I was just like, "Hey, I'll just tell another woman, and maybe she'll
That's
respond."
just a bomb.
Yeah.
Then you're like, all right, let's go to the
rough
next set.
Rough set. Let's see
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
Maybe there's another woman coming. Yeah.
Rejection.
Yeah. But that was a wasted opportunity because of sex. But also, I still think that disposition is good for you. Like
You had to go through it.
Would you teach people? Would you like if somebody was like, "I'm going to pay you to teach me how to do pickup"? Would you teach them? Because I would do that.
I wouldn't really call it pickup. I would go more into like
Self-development. Yeah.
And then
Life
that
coach.
just ties in with that. I mean, there was people I used to put up a bunch of videos on this type of stuff too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. That's also what
I'm good. Let
people
me
get
struck a
following
chord with this. But this is the common ground. Like
Yeah.
we come from the same place because it's like there's a certain like insecurity and dissatisfaction that makes you pursue something like, let's call it self-development. That's what all these fucking rapist guys call it.
Yeah, RSD Nation. Just kidding. Just kidding.
But no, you pursue a certain type of self-development where you become fearless, become outgoing, get more charming. You access the inner charm that you have, and then you can apply it to anything. And stand-up is like, I think, kind of the pinnacle of that. Like
Agreed.
If you can do it successfully in stand-up, then you've mastered that type of socializing.
100%. Because
Yeah.
you're every show.
You're in complete control.
Complete strangers.
Yes.
You simultaneously within the first 20 seconds get them to like you, trust you, and think you're funny.
Yes.
Like that's fucking approaching women, dude.
Yes.
Like complete strange one. That's the same fucking thing.
But also, didn't you? I'm sure you've heard other comics say like, "I got into stand up to get laid." Like people get into stand up.
Oh yeah.
And I laugh at. I'm like, dude, if
Yeah.
you want to get laid, fucking walk around with some coke in your pocket. Like go like meet some women. You know what I mean? If you doing stand up is such an indirect way to get laid.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee of anything. And when so it's like, oh, you want to bomb for 4 years, 5 years, so that you can get laid on the 6th year. It's like, just go and say hi to a woman, you pussy.
But see, that's why a lot of stand-up comics men are pussies.
Yes.
They're afraid of women.
Yes.
I know a lot of guys who are killing, they're fucking scared out of their fucking mind because they didn't work that muscle. So like that's why there's a lot of rich dudes who have a lot of money who feel like women, they're entitled to women because of the money, because they work so hard to get a status and money and rich, so that because they thought that would bring them the woman, but that's not always the case.
Yes.
Like women are still gonna be like, oh, you're not confident. I'm gonna go with that fucking the black rapper who lives with his mom because he's so fucking himself and he doesn't give a fuck. Versus like the rich guy who's a little
black
big.
rapper who lives with his
I don't know. Dude. I was trying to think of people with big dicks and I just thought of a black guy.
I get it. I get it.
But like, yeah, you can fill that in with anybody, right?
Keep going.
But
He's black. He lives with his mom.
He lives with his mom. Basically, I'm talking about myself. Right?
Yeah.
No, that's good. No, but like that's why like a lot of guys are like, if I get this, then I'll get this, and that's not the fucking case. You have to fight to develop confidence to earn whatever you are at that moment, and you have to keep building that shit, right? And that's the struggle of man too.
This is good.
Like
this
a woman are
man.
just like hot. If you're just attractive, you exist, you're wanted. That's a fact. Anybody could argue against that. You're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Men, we still have to. We have to until the day we fucking die. Until the fucking day we die. And competition with other men.
Yeah.
Oh, who are you? Oh, you're a comic? Well, I am too. I've been doing it longer than you, and I perform here, and I'm passed at the clubs. Well, what the fuck are you? Competition.
No.
Competition.
That's right.
Competition.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was the nice thing about trying to pick up women. You're just competing with yourself.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, oh, fuck, that guy's better at pickup, because I just didn't even notice. Like, I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah.
But stand-up, it's pretty hard to avoid the comparison. Actually, this is what I want to wrap up on.
Sure.
I might be more victim to this of this than you, but like, do you have feelings where you're like, I'm not where I should be right now at this age, at this point in my career, if you want to call it that? Are you doing okay on time?
Oh yeah, no, sorry. I had to just respond to this.
Oh yeah, go for it. Like,
oh yeah, I could do this. Yeah.
We're talking about self-actualization. Actualization. We're talking about becoming a better version of yourself. We're talking about dominating women. And trying to apply a similar desire to dominate on stage.
Yes.
Oh, that's all we have left? Okay,
we're still good. We're still good. Yeah.
We got to do this quick.
Yeah. Sorry, I just got to put this in my calendar.
Kelvin loves to roll the dice, this guy. He shows up half an hour late to his own apartment that he doesn't live in, which doesn't make any fucking sense.
Cool. I got to sit. Thanks.
And then we're doing a podcast. We're doing this podcast where we're 100% reliant on this camera. And he goes, "Oh yeah, there's like 1% left. So try to like give me a little bit more notice, man." This guy loves to gamble.
It was a work thing. I had to do,
no,
so,
you're
okay,
good.
I'm good
You're
now.
good.
So
okay,
anyways.
we can cut that out.
So
okay, wrap up.
Sure.
How do you feel about where you at? What's going on with me? How do you feel? Yeah.
Where you from?
We were just talking about the black guy who lives alone with his mom. Maybe I was just thinking of it. I was embodying him.
Man.
How do you feel about where you at?
Wow! Don't ever say it like that again. That was weird. Whoa!
Yeah, I didn't say
you took my soul with the where you at.
I didn't say it wasn't gonna be weird.
You had a speech impediment for a second.
Yes.
How do I feel about where I'm at currently?
Yeah. Like, and you're doing good. Like you're. I should have said that at the beginning. You're making progress. You're becoming a better comic. You have an audience that's building. But like, are there times when you're like, what am I doing? This isn't happening fast enough. That sort of thing.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that was like a big struggle the last.
Comparing yourself to other comics, that kind of stuff.
That was a big struggle, especially the last year. Like it made me want to quit at one point.
Same here.
Just because I was just like, and then you think of other people that are just got a following, like a huge following, and then they're getting into all these clubs, and then you think about these people. Just somebody I saw that posted like 2 videos of stand up, and it got like 100K from like nothing. And I've been posting hundreds, 1,000 videos, literally 1,000 plus. I don't know how many videos I post, and then 105 podcasts. Yep. Which hours and hours, like that's like hundreds of hours of editing, like 700, I think 600, 700. So then, and it just made me feel kind of bad. But then, and then living at home, and then feeling like, dude, not man enough. Like I'm not gonna get like a girl of my dreams because just feeling less than, just constantly judging myself, constantly feeling like I'm not good enough. And then you have to think about, and this is always easier said than done, but you it's like we have to think about where we were when we first started, what we wanted, how far we've come, and how we would kill to be where we're at right now. But also at the same time, just like I just started thinking about enjoying this because I don't know, man. I could die. Like I could really die. I mean, honestly, like I don't know, like.
3%. It just jumped down to like 1%. So
Yeah, so I could die. I could die any second.
Well, this
so
is gonna be the
I
end of
just
the
I just
podcast.
decided like you don't have another battery.
no, we do.
Oh, you.
Why don't you just replace the battery so we can actually because this is a heartfelt moment.
This is good.
Yeah,
Calvin,
I'm holding my
Jesus,
thought.
man, this guy really loves playing with fire.
It's not like we started in 100.
No, it's all right. We got another battery, so we're good.
Yeah, but this is important though. So like then and then I just got to a point where I just I was like, since I'm gonna die and we're all gonna die, I just imagine myself having just always feeling just pressure 24/7 and then not liking myself. I don't want to die like that.
Right.
I can't even enjoy the little moments at holidays and other things because I'm thinking, I need to write, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to. And then that was me. I convinced myself if I think like that, I'm progressing with the pressure, but I'm not. That's the illusion of progress.
Right.
So then I started lightening up just the last few weeks and then
Just a few weeks ago.
just 5-6 weeks ago, I just barely got out of it, right? And then here's the thing. But why did I get out of it? Because I started thinking, okay, let me go back to grassroots of when did I feel the most growth and excitement for life? When I told myself I want to face all my fears, which ties in with the pickup stuff back then, right? So I was like, what fears do I have right now at my age? Dancing. It sounds ridiculous, but dancing has been my biggest fear that I've been
I remember
avoiding
you
for
talking about
years,
this, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then
But you can already sing. Why not dance? You got to be a triple threat.
I know now I'm a triple threat, but
Yeah.
like, but and then like the thing, I don't have a relationship with my sister. Like it was like pretty bad, and then I was like,
shit.
I need to.
Did something happen?
Yeah, with my dad, he was very divisive before he died. Just like caused a lot of turmoil, and then I
Interesting.
took it out on her as a kid because my dad would like abuse me and my mom, but never hit my sister, so I hated her. It's a whole fucking thing,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So then like
Yeah, he should have hit her too.
No, dude. Honestly, if my dad hit my sister too, I'd be like, I love you. Oops. Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
been like that. No, but really, like as fucked up
He
as it
doesn't know the
sounds.
damage he caused by not hitting her.
And he'll never know because he died. And he's in hell. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, no.
Shit, let's end it there.
Yeah, game over, baby. Yeah, Metallica. Sandman. But like, and then I thought about that and I was like, okay, so I was like, all right, dance. So my friend takes dance lessons. I said, where is this? She told me where it is. She texted me 10 hours before the class, are you still coming? And I didn't respond for 8 hours because I was going to make an excuse. And I was like, if I don't do this now, I will forever be a bitch and I'll forever make excuses for anything else that has to do at this level of like fear in my life. I go, I fucking suck ass. There's like 12-year-old there who's killing it. And I'm like, fuck you, you know? And then I committed, all right, once a week. I'm going to take stand up off once a week to dance because I have to see. And then starting the fourth class, I start getting more comfortable. You have an hour every class to learn the choreo. 15 minutes at the end, you perform multiple times in front of the people. I'll get scared. I get nervous. I'd forgot 50% of the dance the first time. And then the fourth class, I remembered like 85. Fifth and sixth class, I remembered 100%. Last class, 2 days ago, I started to smile. I started to have fun with it. And I was like, I'm seeing the improvement. I'm seeing myself get better. And then, but the point of the dancing thing was it opened my mind of, because when I kept walking around life, which I've been only focused on stand-up and my career for the last 4.5 years and willing to lose my family, willing to lose everything for this. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I said,
No,
I'm
same
willing
here.
to die for this. I'm willing to lose. People die, whatever. I thought that. But then like, you're not living. And then it felt like there was a glass box following me anywhere I walk. Even though I know I'm outside and there's this fucking sky and there's space and it's open, I still felt trapped no matter where I was, right? And then dancing, funny enough, took that glass box off of me, and I felt like excited because I have something I'm getting better at that has nothing to do with career. I'm facing a fear. I'm seeing improvements. I'm enjoying it.
Yep.
Like a fear of like my whole life into my 30s. I would purposely not take girls to bars with dance floors and reggaeton because I know they're gonna want to dance. And now if Bad Bunny comes on, like yeah, I'm like, I'm not scared now because 6 classes in, I'm like, wow. That's exciting. Facing the looking into the cubbies of our life with the dust and the spiders and the webs. That's where also fulfillment comes from. And then tomorrow is the first lunch I'm gonna have with my sister, like
Shit.
in my life, where we never, just to like
And you're gonna dance with her? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go, oh, yo, 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 yo. Yeah, right. So I'm like, doing that made me love stand up more, be more present at the clubs, and be okay with where I'm at, because it made me realize stand up is not the end all be all. Now I'm still going hard at it. That's the main goal, but I'm still like open to life and living it. And it's funny because that made me better, but I feel like we think if we just only do this one thing, ignore everything else, try to be like Kobe, then we will just automatically get better. But we die on the inside, because the thing about stand-up is versus sports is stand-up, we're giving parts of ourselves and our soul away with every joke. You know, I mean, there was like this, you know, the new Twilight Zone. Yeah, there was an episode with Kumail Nanjiani.
I almost said yes to Twilight, and then you said Zone, and I was like, yeah,
right.
There's two separate things.
They had an episode where he's a struggling comic, people aren't laughing at him, right? And then he's like, let me get personal, and he tells a thing that an experience he had with his girlfriend. Like like they went to the store, and then like they dropped the pizza, whatever, something like that. Sure. And then he's like, thinking on stage, nobody's laughing. Let me tell this intimate moment I had with my girlfriend. She drops a pizza, we pick it up, we have flowers, whatever. He says the same thing. They start laughing. He's like, oh, goes back home, tells his girlfriend, hey, how's stand up, baby? And he's like, oh, it went great. Well, I remember that thing with the pizza that we dropped in the flowers. I said that and they laughed. And she's like, what are you talking about? He's like, they happened yesterday. He's like, babe, that never happened. Oh. So then he's like, what? And then he keeps giving more and more intimate parts of his life on stage. Like, oh yeah, my sister, like when she was born, away. Like this is like a made up part of it. I don't remember the whole episode, but let's say then it leads up to like something like, my sister was like when she was born, this and that, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, dying. Audience is laughing. No sister. Whoa. I'm getting goosebumps saying that right now. And I know that's resonating with you, because we give
a lot away. Yeah.
So like just a lot away. And
it's also not real. It's a fake show.
It's not a real.
No, there's truth to it. That's why
there's a lot of truth in that. So then, what is yours at that point? What do you have that's yours to call? That's intimately, privately a thing that, because sometimes like things are like, instead of posting a photo of you and your family and getting likes from people and comments and feeling like that dopamine rush of like, oh yeah, they validated my existence.
Basically, porn.
You know what sometimes feels better? You grabbing that fucking like portrait that was printed out in the 90s of you and your family that you hold in your hand and you look at it alone, and then you just sit with whatever feelings come with that. That is what I'm realizing.
Erotic feelings, that's fine.
Yeah, then you masturbate and you go like, yeah.
No,
but that's where I'm at 100%, now, man.
Yeah,
so you're catching me at this moment where 6 weeks into dancing, I'm loving it. Tomorrow is the thing with the sister, so like you're catching me right at this interesting, pivotal turning point in my life where like, whatever happens. I'm still going to try my best, but I'm going to still grow other areas of my life and enjoy this fucking, this roller coaster of life until I die. Cause fuck, I don't know. My dad died of a car accident when I was 21, 12 years ago. I could die. I almost got T-boned earlier because of you. I could have died right there. By the way, I didn't know what to get T-boned, but yeah, like I don't fucking know, dude. Long story short, that's how.
No, I think that's a good perspective to have, man. And it's hard. It's easier said than done. It's hard to actually access that.
Oh, absolutely.
To go like, I shouldn't have these obsessive thoughts. I should be more present. I should spend the time that I'm spending like obsessing over my career. If I spent that just appreciating my family, I'd be better off. I have that thought where I'm like, I should be doing all this stuff all the time, and then I don't do it.
Yeah.
And then I find myself jealous of Johnny Mitchell, or you know what I mean? Like it comes out.
By the way, congrats, Johnny.
Yeah.
No, a lot of comics are angry at you. a lot of them, but then they all follow it up with, but I'm happy for him.
Yeah. It's funny. He just did Flagrant. He has a
which
show.
Is amazing. That's fucking nuts.
It's huge. It's basically like doing Rogan. It's like up there.
Literally like doing that. So it's gonna really be great for his career. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a piece of no, he's all right.
I love you, Johnny. Keep it up.
No, it's cool to see someone do that in their career, and you go, wow, that's awesome. Like I could do that. And then 48 hours later, you're like in a tailspin because you're like, how do I do that? I gotta do some stuff.
I need to be that.
Yeah. That's not healthy either.
It's not, man, because it's always said there is no blueprint, but it's very true because we're too uniquely different to even in the way we live life. All this shit, whatever we're composed of with our DNA, everything. It just doesn't work. You know, there's so many. I mean, Johnny's a great proof of this because like I mean, like from what I hear,
This is deep in the episode.
there was a lot of like, there's a lot of
pissed
people.
people
He
off?
pissed people off. There's a lot of burned bridges. Burn bridges. But you know what? Then he just got more. He was like, I'm gonna just put myself out there, talk about my past, this and that, and then that's what popped him up. And who knew it was gonna? I don't think he knew it was gonna be like that fucking next level. But then it full circle. Now he's gay. No, I'm just kidding. No, full circle. Now goes to the stand-up. Now he can sell tickets. He can do all these things.
Yeah.
And he has all the power in his own control, and he gets to live free in his own way, right? So like he didn't plan that. Nobody can plan these things. I don't fucking know. Nobody could plan Joe Rogan being on Fear Factor, getting famous from that, but he was already doing stand-up. Just all the podcasts. He didn't know podcasting was going to be like huge. Just the first time we did it. He said, I did this because it was fun with my friends. This wasn't planned. We don't fucking know. That's what. So when you realize there's an element of luck in this game, a huge element of luck, but the main common denominator is that persistence, and we just keep going, and we just like try to like live and have fun. That is kind of what brings shit to fruition. I feel like to a certain degree. I don't know. That's what I feel like. I don't know.
No, I think that's spot on, man. And I'm glad I caught you in a good place. Glad we didn't do this a couple weeks ago. Glad we didn't do this when you were 21 and your dad died. I'm glad.
I know, man.
Yeah, that would be rough.
Yeah. Because I'd be sitting and trying not to cry, and you'd be like, "Damn, I need to call my parents."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And honestly, we would have not done the podcast and just gone and picked up women. We probably would have just like gone to Whole Foods and tried to fuck people in the aisles of Whole Foods.
Yeah, because the fact that you saw my eyes get glossy means that I'm a bitch, so I have to prove to you that I'm a man by getting pussy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or doubly prove yourself by fucking a man, like we talked about at the beginning.
Yeah, for domination.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nothing's more manly than a straight guy fucking another guy in the ass.
I actually heard Johnny say that in one of his things.
He fucked a guy.
No, as long as you don't fuck a guy 6 months before you leave, you're straight.
Is that what he said? In
Yeah,
the
6
podcast?
months to the gate.
Is that the rule in prison?
Yeah, it's a rule in prison. It's not
See?
gay. Yeah.
See, guys with tattoos.
All right, we gotta wrap this.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing it. I appreciate it. I think we covered some good stuff, man. That was fun. Do you have stuff you want to plug?
I just want to plug everything that is Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Everything is under Mike Kim Comedy. One word, Mike Kim Comedy. MikeKim Comedy. And I have a podcast called The Set Breaker. It's on Spotify, iTunes, every streaming platform, audio streaming platform, and YouTube. And check it out. It's pretty cool, man.
Check it all out. You're going to see him on Dancing with the Stars at some point.
Hell yeah.
That's going to happen. It was great having him here. Mike Kim, a big round of applause for Mike Kim, everybody. Mike Kim. Yeah. Thanks, guys.